Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily, proudly backed by Snickers Protein, who are helping fans to get excited about the transfer window during this January. Everton's Tosun has been linked with a move to CSKA Moscow. Today, the Turkish striker missed Everton's 3-0 victory over Sheffield Wednesday last night with a knock, but is attracting interest from Moscow. Be interesting to see, because obviously he's been linked heavily this January with moving away. West Bromwich Albion were linked with him early on when Sam Allardyce became their manager, but they look as though they're going to sign Christian Benteke from Crystal Palace. And some news outlets today reporting that Palace are now considering going back for Tosun, which seems a bit weird because they just brought Jean-Philippe Mateta in, which I think is the main reason why Benteke's going out, but maybe it isn't. Palace took Tosun on loan a year ago, remember, before he damaged his cruciate knee ligaments. Has returned to the Everton squad of late, but looks as though he will move away potentially this January. But Crystal Palace looking at him. There's also rumours that Besiktas want him back as well in Turkey, but CSKA Moscow would be an interesting development if they do bid for him. So all eyes on that one, I guess, as we move through the next week of this transfer window. Everton again today linked with Granada goalkeeper Rui Silva. He's out of contract in the summer. The keeper's been in excellent form this season for Granada and has seen them progress into the knockout stages of the Europa League as well. The 26-year-old goalkeeper was in excellent form last season, only behind the likes of Ter Stegen and Thibaut Courtois in La Liga, but out of contract at 26. It'd be a great age. AS reporting that Everton are the main front runners for his signature, but I mean, Everton were linked heavily with making Robin Olsen's transfer permanent this January. That hasn't happened at the moment. Olsen, of course, played last night in the 3-0 win over Sheffield Wednesday. So this one is a little bit of a strange one, but 26 years of age for the goalkeeper is a good age. So we'll see whether it's Olsen to sign permanently or whether they will follow it up with a move for Rui Silva as we move through to the summer. Everton are ready to reward their youngest ever player. Thierry Small made his debut last night, aged 16 years and 176 days. They're ready to give him a 3-year professional contract, but can't do so until he turns 17. Small, who come on last night for the final 9 minutes of the FA Cup 3-0 win over Sheffield Wednesday, said it was everything he dreamed of. He's made sacrifices like moving away from home aged 11 to join up with Everton's academy. He's had to work hard. His family and himself had dreamed of this day. And it was an incredible moment. It was brilliant to see Carlo Ancelotti bring both him and Tyler Onyango for the remaining 9 minutes last night. And both did okay. And I guess now for them, it's a case of just keeping the head down and working hard and trying to get more and more performances and minutes for Everton's first team. They'll only do that by continuing the hard work. Tyler Onyango also spoke after making his Everton debut last night. He said, I was buzzing, I couldn't sleep, and when Dunk said I was going on, I was made up. All I can do now is work hard and build trust from the team to get more appearances. And again, 17-year-old Tyler Onyango, absolutely brilliant. Everton had 4 academy players come on the pitch last night during the win in the FA Cup. So fantastic for the club, and excellent to see those 2 young lads stepping up. Now, we told you about Snickers Protein #fanline, where you can get in touch with us with your thoughts for this transfer window, whether it's thoughts about Everton or an opinion or a play you might like to see. All you have to do is get on Twitter and use the #fanline. Go on to Toffee TV on Twitter with the #fanline and give us your opinion, your comments, your thoughts, and we will discuss them here. Ned, who's been in touch with us?
Well, Jan Fazakli says, just wondering if with the status off the injury list and Holgate and Godfrey seemingly able to cover the midfield or defensive areas where needed, does that then remove the panic to buy players for these areas and get a winger instead?
I suppose in the short term, Jan, it would do, because it would mean that we wouldn't have to go and look for an extra midfielder this January or another right back, say, this January. I know that a lot of people, myself included, think that Everton definitely need a more mobile midfielder to go in with Alan and Decore. Obviously, Jean-Philippe Gabam still having injury problems, so we've not seen him yet. So that those two players can do that role, particularly Godfrey, who has played there for York and Shrewsbury. So it'd negate that, and it'd buy us some time. So yeah, I guess if we were trying to bring someone in this January, then all focus could move on to a winger. As we move to the summer, I don't know, it depends what the manager's looking at, but having players who are versatile and can play a couple of positions definitely helps with the squad overall.
John says, if Tosun is transferred and obviously Sims is on loan, can we really go into the second half of the season without bringing in another striker?
I mean, I wouldn't have thought so, to be honest. I think we'd probably try to get someone on loan. There's a couple of strikers who are around who we may move to get on loan. But again, Everton are up against it with FFP at the moment. So until Sims won't make much difference. He wasn't in the first team squad anyway. He was training with them, but he wouldn't have made much difference. But Tosun has been used off the bench. So it'd be difficult to imagine Everton, especially given where we are placed in the league. I'd imagine it, you know, us going through to the end of the season with no backup really for Dominic Calvert-Lewin other than Richarlison. I couldn't really see the manager doing that. So if Tosun is to move out, then I expect Marcel Brands would probably be looking to see whether we could get someone in on loan.
Well, Country Road Bobbler says, what loan options would you look at for a forward if St Tosun leaves?
So County Road Bobblers, which not Country Road Bobbler, County Road Bobblers asking us what option we would look at if Tosun left. It's a tricky one because it depends. You've got to try and bring someone in who's going to make a difference if they get on the pitch. Obviously, Joshua Zirkzee is one which is bounced around, but again, he is only a young striker. He's played a handful of games for Bayern Munich, but he's physically he's a good size. I think he's 6'3" or 6'4", and he would be one, I guess, who would come in and be happy to sit on the bench and get minutes here and there. So it just depends what they're looking at. There's obviously more experienced strikers who we might be able to move for going through the got till the end of the season. I mentioned last week Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's gone to Palace. He's gone there on a loan with a view to buy, and he would have been someone I'd have looked at maybe for Everton as a potential to have a good look at. But there is strikers out there. There's definitely strikers out there who could come in the short term. But it's just, I guess, it's whether or not that cuts into what Everton want to do long term. But I'm sure Everton have got a list of a couple of players that if Tosun was to move out, and we've seen him linked with CSKA Moscow today and Crystal Palace, if he was to go out, then I'm sure Marcel Brands will be looking to try and grab someone in the last couple of days. And maybe they would turn towards Joshua Zirkzee, but we'll have to see. Thanks, Ned. So remember, if you want to get your transfer thoughts read out and discussed on here, get in touch with us on Twitter using the hashtag #FanLine. And we could be reading out your comments and question tomorrow. And also, don't forget to check out Ball Street's YouTube channel on Deadline Day, the 1st of February. They're doing Deadline Day live, again, backed by Snickers Protein. Should be really interesting. A lot of the old faces on there will be on there as well. Lots of stuff going on as they move towards the transfer window, slamming shut like it always does. So check that out on YouTube Ball Street channel. So that's it for the Everton News Daily. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more daily videos, including daily live videos, become a patron. See you later.